Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to unveil the statue of Deenbandhu Sir Chotu Ram at Garhi Sampla in Rohtak, Haryana, to lay the foundation stone of rail coach refurbishing factory at Barhi in Sonipat. Supreme Court declines urgent hearing of a review petition of its judgment in Sabrimala temple case. International Monetary Fund predicts 7.3% growth rate for India in the current fiscal year, praises GST, bankruptcy code and improvement in ease of doing business. In Rajasthan, 29 persons found positive for Zika virus in Jaipur. Health Minister JP Nadda assures people that everything is under control and there is no need to panic. In sports, Ekta Bhyan wins India's fourth gold at Asian Para Games in women's club throw event in Jakarta today. And in Youth Olympics, Jeremy Lalrindunga wins the first gold for India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit Sampla in Rohtak district of Haryana this afternoon, where he will unveil a 64 feet tall statue of eminent freedom fighter and peasant leader Deenbandhu Sir Chotu Ram at Garhi. Prime Minister will also address the Deenbandhu Smriti rally at Sampla and will lay the foundation stone of the rail coach refurbishing and rehabilitation factory at Barhi in Sonipat district. During the function, the Prime Minister would also visit the museum set up in memory of Deenbandhu Chotu Ram, which depicts and gives glimpses of his life. Haryana Governor Satyadev Narayan Arya and Chief Minister Manohar Lal will also be present on the occasion, along with union ministers. The Supreme Court has declined urgent hearing on a plea seeking review of its verdict allowing women of all age groups entry into the Sabrimala temple. A bench headed by Chief Justice Ranjan Gogoi had considered the submission of petitioners, which contended that the five-judge Constitution Bench verdict lifting the ban was absolutely untenable and irrational. A five-judge Constitution Bench, headed by then Chief Justice Deepak Mishra, had in its 4-1 verdict said banning the entry of women into the shrine is gender discrimination and the practice violates rights of Hindu women. President Ramnath Kovind today met Prime Minister of Tajikistan Kohir Rasulzada and discussed various issues of mutual interest. Before departing for India, the President also met Mr. Shukur John Zuhurov, Chairman Lower House of Parliament, and interacted on wide-ranging issues. Earlier addressing students of Tajikistan University yesterday, President said that family plays an important role in preventing and countering radicalization of the youth. Mr. Kovind emphasized on the positive role that a family plays and said that in both countries, family-based social structure is a guarantee against extremist ideas. Giving the example of India, the President said there have been cases where parents and relatives alerted authorities to save young targets from radicalization. He said that in India, our religious leaders have also played a pivotal role in rejecting, condemning and countering the narrative of hate and terror. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has stressed upon the need to replace caste, community and criminality with character, caliber and capacity in public life. He was speaking in Bengaluru today at the valedictory function of birth centenary of VP Deen Dayalu Naidu, who was a freedom fighter and Karnataka Chief Commissioner of Bharat Scouts and Guides between 1983 and 1993. More from our correspondent.
Addressing Scouts and Guides today during the centenary celebration of VP Deen Dayalu Naidu, the Vice President, in his unique lyrical style of speech, advocated nature culture for better future. Speaking about Bharat Scouts and Guide movement, he said it plays a crucial role in inculcating discipline among the young people and contributes to their education through a value system. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
Home Minister Rajnath Singh today said the government is constantly upgrading security facilities and evolving appropriate strategy from time to time to keep the country safe and secure. Speaking at a seminar on aviation security, Mr. Singh said secure aviation sector is the need of the hour in view of threats. He said new technologies should be inducted to increase security capabilities. Saying there are many challenges for aviation security, the Home Minister called for perspective planning, reminding there have been several attacks on the aviation sector in the past. Mr. Singh said U.S. Twin Tower attack and Kandahar hijack taught everyone a lesson. Mr. Singh lauded the role of CISF for maintaining foolproof security at airports.
We have upgraded our anti-hijacking mechanism since 1999 by refining our strength and rectifying our weaknesses, keeping the threat of aircraft hijacking by terrorists. India has reviewed its legislation and preparedness towards such exigencies.
CISF DG Rajesh Ranjan said the force plays an important role in protecting 344 vital installations of the country. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. In Rajasthan, 29 people have tested positive for the Zika virus in Jaipur. The cases were detected through the ICMR surveillance system. Health Minister JP Nadda has assured people that the situation is under control and there is no need to panic. Mr. Nadda was speaking on the sidelines of the Second World Conference on Access to Medical Products, Achieving the Sustainable Development Goals 2030 in New Delhi today. The minister said Zika virus disease cases are being regularly monitored by the government. He said the government surveillance is very robust and all such cases get detected.
भारत की जनता को आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं कि एवरीथिंग इज अंडर कंट्रोल, नथिंग टू बी पैनिक. इट इज अवर कंटिन्यूअस सर्विलेंस प्रोसेस विच इज गोइंग ऑन एंड वी विल टेक अकॉर्डिंगली. जहां जहां इसके इंसिडेंट्स मिलते हैं वहां हम पूरी तरीके से इसको हम समाप्त करने के लिए उस कम्युनिटी में जो भी प्रोटोकॉल्स अडॉप्ट करने होते हैं वो सारे करते हैं और हम इसके ऊपर नजर बनाए हुए हैं.
The Health Minister has ordered a 7-member high-level central team to assist the state government in control and containment measures. The State Health Department has put the district administration on high alert and asked them to keep a watch on the people showing symptoms. More from our correspondent.
The first case was found in Jaipur 2 weeks ago. After that, 22 patients, including some pregnant women, found positive. Health Department has deployed 179 teams in affected areas and around 7,000 houses have been surveyed so far. A 7-member high-level central team is in Jaipur to assist the state government in control and containment measures. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
In Chhattisgarh, at least 9 persons were killed and 10 have been injured in a blast at the Bhilai steel plant. According to police, the blast took place in a pipeline near Coke Oven section of the plant in Bhilai town, located around 30 kilometers from the state capital, Raipur. Police personnel and a rescue team rushed to the spot and the injured have been taken to a local hospital. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, today predicted a growth rate of 7.3% for India in the current year and 7.4% in 2019. In 2017, India had recorded a 6.7% growth rate. The latest World Economic Outlook report has predicted slightly lower growth rate than the projections in the April 2018 World Economic Outlook for 2019. It said the prediction is lower due to recent increase in oil prices and the tightening of global financial conditions. The report said in India, important reforms have been implemented in recent years, including the Goods and Services Tax, the Inflation Targeting Framework, the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, and steps to liberalize foreign investment and make it easier to do business. India's medium-term growth prospects remain strong at 7.75%, benefiting from ongoing structural reform. The Swachh Bharat Abhiyan in Andhra Pradesh is progressing very well as the state has become the first large state in the country to be declared open defecation free. This has been possible due to both the efforts of the district administration and the participation of local people who have pledged to make sanitation conditions better in their areas. The state is now working towards achieving the ODF Plus status. Here is a ground report from our Vijayawada correspondent.
In 4 years, the state has not only achieved open defecation-free status before its deadline of October 2018, but has also initiated ODF Plus activities. ODF Plus activities refers to total sanitation in terms of solid waste management, improved sewerage lines, stormwater drains, and Pakka cement roads, in addition to open defecation-free status. The Vizianagaram district has added another feather to its cap by figuring in the Limca Book of Records for building 10,000 toilets in a record 100 hours. Venkateswar Rao, CEO, Vizianagaram Jilla Parishad, says,
in my district, 920 Gram Panchayat declared as a ODF Gram Panchayats in March 31st this year. After completion of ODF, we conducted sustainability activities.
Pativada Apparao, a beneficiary from Puritikanti village in Vizianagaram district, says,
all our villages are using toilets and now we are free from several physical ailments. With the construction of toilets, everybody has access to clean toilets in our village.
No doubt, with innovative plans and initiatives, the administration has implemented toilet drives in the last 1 year with an aim of achieving the ODF status for the district. Dr. G. Kondalrao, AER News, Vijayawada.
Today is World Post Day. The day is celebrated every year on the 9th of October, marking the anniversary of the establishment of the Universal Postal Union in 1874 in the Swiss capital Bern. Communication Minister Manoj Sinha has said India Post is committed to provide responsive and convenient citizen-centric services to the people. Speaking at a function to mark the World Post Day in New Delhi today, Mr. Sinha said the department has set up and operationalized 221 post office passport seva kendras in partnership with the External Affairs Ministry and processed more than 15 lakh passport appointments so far. Giving details about the achievements of the Postal Department, he said over 13,000 Aadhaar enrollment and updation centres have been set up in partnership with the Unique Identification Authority of India, where more than 21 lakh enrollments and updates have been completed. Here is more on World Post Day.
The day was declared the World Post Day by the Universal Postal Union Congress held in Tokyo in 1969. Since then, countries across the world participate annually in the celebrations. The Post in many countries use the event to introduce or promote new postal products and services. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres in his message said, with more than 6 lakh offices across the globe, the postal sector is one of the world's largest logistical networks and a vital center of community life everywhere. He said, this year's observance of the World Post Day highlights the sector's value not just for delivering the mail but for delivering good. The UN Secretary General said resilient postal systems offer support during natural disasters, financial services to hundreds of millions of people, and essential information in times of crisis. With Anupam Mishra, Swati Rakheja, AIR News.
India has said that the UN Security Council needs to be reformed without delay. This was stated by India's permanent representative to the UN, Ambassador Syed Akbaruddin, yesterday while participating in a General Assembly session on report of the Secretary-General on the work of the organization. Ambassador Syed Akbaruddin said the 15-nation council is all about primacy but with little purpose. He said updating the current architecture of international institutions is required as it is out of sync with the modern world. He asserted that nations cannot pose as guardians of a status quo that no longer exists. Ekta Bhyan has won India's 4th gold at the Asian Para Games by topping the women's club throw event in Jakarta today. Bhyan produced her best throw of 16.02 meters in her 4th attempt to win the F32.51 event. The F32.51 class features athletes with significant impairment in hand function. India also bagged 3 bronze medals today, courtesy Jayanti Behera, Anandan Gunasekaran and Monu Ghangas. Ghangas finished 3rd in the men's shot put, while Gunasekaran in men's 200 meters and Behera in the women's 200-meter race. In Youth Olympics, Jeremy Lalrundunga won the first gold medal for India in Buenos Aires today. Besides, 3 silver medals were also won today. Sports Minister Colonel Rajavardhan Rathore has congratulated Jeremy Lalrundunga on winning gold. And now, before we close, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to unveil the statue of Deenbandhu Sir Chotu Ram at Gari Sampla in Rohtak, Haryana, to lay the foundation stone of rail coach refurbishing factory at Badhi in Sonipat. Supreme Court declines urgent hearing of a review petition of its judgment in Sabrimala temple case. IMF predicts 7.3% growth rate for India in current fiscal, praises GST, bankruptcy code and improvement in ease of doing business. In Rajasthan, 29 persons found positive for Zika virus in Jaipur. Health Minister JP Nadda assures people everything is under control and there is no need to panic. And with that, we end the midday news.